Hey guys, this is April from the Alchemy Project, and this is a confession video. Not a debt confession video, not a budget confession video. Well, what this is a fraud alert for myself. I just started recording my budgeting process. I've been working it out for the last forever, and I never could seem to get a handle on my finances. So I thought I'd take a chance and record a video. Now, the intention of that video, my first budget video, was to just get a video recorded, a thumbnail created, and a video posted. I did the minimum, and I was winging it the whole time. I didn't do it because I didn't care. I did it because I'm such a perfectionist that I care too much, and I had to get something out there. And that can seem a little inconsiderate or disrespectful to some, but for me and what I'm trying to do, it was just getting it out there, right? And me being a perfectionist means that every single aspect of every single video causes me to feel inferior and insecure. So what I decided was I'm just gonna put myself out there and see where it goes. But after looking at it, I realized that I had done me a disservice, I had done you a disservice, and I had done the entire budgeting community a disservice by giving the minimum of concern to what my envelopes look like, to my table, which is scratched. Actually, my table's not that bad. To how much time I put into editing and creating thumbnails, even to the point of not even thinking about using an erasable pen so that I could correct mistakes. Saying that, oh, everybody makes mistakes, right? So I'm not going to beat myself up too much about it, but I do know it has to, now that I'm doing this, now that I've done 2 videos, I realize that I can't be the only one who made some mistakes on her budget and then just decided to go with it, or who created a budget, which now I realize is not really a budget because that's scary, but it's a spending and savings plan, but didn't really follow any of what I put down there. Now, I shouldn't say that. Pay my bills. I put my money in my variable expenses envelopes. I put money in my sinking funds that I had agreed to. First I did a monthly budget. Then I broke it down to paycheck. Then I got paid and I put my money in my envelopes. But I did it all just bogus. So what I wanted to do today was just kind of step back a little bit and give myself a break. And also realize that a lot of the process I'm finding out is, learning how to, push and pull and change and all of that. So I want to go through, I want to go through my list of things that I print. I bought the Budget by Paycheck workbook for 2022 from the Budget Moms website. I had never really heard of budgeting by paycheck, but I had seen videos on cash budgeting and using cash envelopes. And I had heard of Dave Ramsey, and I had seen a few things, but I didn't get obsessed with it like I did over the last couple of months. So, and I think because I'm in a position now where I'm finally in a place where I'm actually only taking care of myself. I take care of Blue, my dog, but also I'm not I don't have to compromise with anybody. I don't have to work anything out with anybody else. My savings and planning, my savings and spending plan is mine, and I'm the only one responsible for it, and I'm only the one accountable for it. So I created this channel. I created, not this channel, but I created this video series on budgeting, cash envelope system, budget by paycheck, in order to hold myself accountable and to just watch myself grow. So as I was looking over some of my stuff, I realized I was just printing, just to be printing. Like I got money to buy ink, right? If I wanted to, I could, but I didn't want to budget for that. So I printed this, so what I want to do, I want to go through this list of stuff that I printed and just actually choose the things that I am actually going to keep for right now. Not what I think I'm going to need in 2 weeks, not what I think I'm going to need down the line, even though that is a part of it, of the plan. I don't have the history and I don't want to set myself up for failure like I just did. I'm going to stick with 2 weeks of some paychecks, 2 paychecks for this month and see how it goes. I've already pretty much jacked up the first paycheck in January. I've just been spinning. And here's what happened. Even though I had this plan set out, I ended up getting a couple of $100 extra for a bonus or something. It's like $400. So I had all my money kind of played out. And I thought, if I get a little extra money, I'm going to put it in my envelopes to pay some debt, right? Or my sinking funds to make sure that if something happens to the car. But I'm just not there yet. And that's the thing. I had to give myself credit for being exactly where I am. I have aspirations. I'm not saying I'm a quitter. I'm not saying that I'm just never going to get better. But I had to be real about exactly where I was. Exactly where I am. The realization, I had to get some consequences. And the consequences for this was I had to hold myself accountable and feel some type of way about how effed up I did my plan and how effed up I made those videos. I can't be doing myself like that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I just wanted to go through all the stuff I printed thinking it's just going to be a magical, if I just write it down on paper, it's going to happen. Not realizing that I'm a part of the equation. I'm the reason why I'm in this debt. I'm the reason why I can't get a bank account at a brick and mortar building. I'm the reason why I got tickets. I'm the reason why I haven't paid on my students. I am the reason. There's nobody else's fault. I wasn't taught these things. I wasn't taught structure and discipline. So now I have to teach it to myself, or I'm going to be an old lady and I'm going to be a burden on my family, on my kids. So this is my journey. Starting over. Same journey, paying off debt, saving money, spending on the things that I plan to, and then also having fun in my life. So I just wanted to go through some of the stuff that I printed, that most of it I'm probably just going to be flipping over and using as scratch paper and wondering like, dang, look at all the ink that I used on this, even though that's pretty. So, dear future, I am ready. April of The Alchemy Project is ready for change. So I'm going to one piece at a time go through this stack and choose what I'm going to keep. So, dear future, I am ready. I'm keeping that. I'm going to put that in my binder. The financial plan goal worksheet. I couldn't even think of what my goals were for the year, for 5 years, or for 10 or 15 years. I got vague ideas of wanting to buy a house and wanting to pay all my credit cards off and save money so I can give to my kids and grandkids. And so what I did think about, though, and I will probably fill this in another video, but what I have been thinking about is allowing myself to get to a place where I'm not paying major interest on things and also not allowing things to move to collections. Okay, so that's going to be getting things paid so they don't go on collections, getting some emergency money saved, and also just putting myself in the habit of holding myself accountable. I think that's really the big one. My goal is to hold myself accountable for what I spend without flinching, without lying. So that's my short-term goal. And that's my lifetime goal. I don't have any other goals for real. Not right now. But I will. And I know I will. I got faith in this process. I watched you guys. And I've been really inspired by how far people have come. A lot of the times, I've been watching brand new videos brand new channels, you know, with like less than 1,000 subscribers, because I started feeling like, dang girl, that all I knew was people were selling me stuff, trying to sell me challenges and selling me budget binders and planners and all of that. And I just wanted to know how people were progressing in their lives when it comes to how many people started off crappy like me and got better attitudes and a better, more responsible life. And so I've been watching people grow and subscribing to everybody, especially the new people. Now, there's people who've been doing this for years, and sometimes I feel overwhelmed with how they're doing it. And it's like, I wonder, did they forget? I'm not gonna poop on anybody, but did anybody, am I alone in not being able to follow the budget? There's one, I think it's Lisa Marie Budgets, where she actually admits to her spending habit. Some people overspend and they talk about in their videos, but there's an angst that I hear in her voice that I know is in mine, where how come I can't just effing do it? But it takes practice, and I'm done beating myself up. And I'm not trying to be negative. I just want to be real, because I really, really think I failed you guys and myself. So this is the one I will, honestly, get better. Those are my goals. All right. Cash envelope breakdown. I do not need that, because I can't even go to the bank and get a cash denomination breakdown. Expense tracker. You see, I ain't wrote nothing down on that. And January is half over. I may start it after this next paycheck. I may start it tomorrow. But I don't know. I don't know how. Yeah, I think I'll put this over here too. My sinking funds. I have 4 sinking funds for pet, car, moving, and I forgot the other one. Dang, what is it? Pet, car, moving, and my water bill. So I'll fill this out too. That's pretty, but really, did I really need to use ink for that? Bill tracker. This doesn't work for me because the due dates on a lot of my stuff changes. And I just was printing stuff. Now, this is my budget that I did for my last paycheck. And I ended up spending a lot of money before I even could pull the money out on dumb stuff, you know, and that's embarrassing. But I did pay the credit card. I did pay the debt snowball, excuse me, guys, debt snowball amount here. Now, here's the challenge. This credit card bill payment was coming out, right? I thought I had the money in there on the 9th. I'm pretty sure I did. I got that extra money and went on a spending spree to where my account went below the amount that they needed to have in there to pay this one little bill. Because I pulled everything out for cash, right? All the other bills had gotten paid, right? So I wasn't even paying attention to my online stuff because I was so busy counting up cash. And I was holding on to the cash so much, feeling responsible because I still had cash in my envelopes, that I wasn't watching my online. That's not funny. My online account. Come on now. So this actually went back for non-payment of $30 because of my lack of organization and my lack of oversight on my online stuff. I can't just do one and not the other. Oh my gosh. So I have to actually go in and put cash in my account online and pay that, or they're gonna bump me out of the payment plan. Ridiculous. And I still haven't paid the utilities, but I have that in cash, so I'll have to still deposit that. Now, this is my monthly budget, and this isn't even. I put numbers on here, and it's like when I did this one, I didn't even look at them. Just doing stuff. Ridiculous. Now, I printed 2 sides because I thought I was going to put it in the binder like this. Yeah, like this, maybe. As you know. But I ended up printing it on 1 page, and that's how that works. That works out well for me. That's not bad. And I'll go over that too on my next budget video, because this is where we are at right here, right? I don't have anything else due. And I get paid sometimes Wednesday, sometimes Thursday, sometimes Friday. And I'll be able to, I'm going to pay the utilities out of that one. And then I will pay all these other ones. You see, most of that stuff is freaking streaming. Excuse me. Yep. Oh, there's the Servant is 4th season of Servant. That's just the strangest show, but I love it. And I like my Apple TV. This is all I do. I don't go out and do anything. But I think I could work on that too. Put that back over there. Phew. Phew. Ooh, bless me. Here's another expense tracker. Now I printed this thinking I was going to be able to do monthly meal plans. I told you we brought right here, right? Maybe right here. I ain't playing nothing. I've been eating out with all that little money that they gave me extra. Oh, you know, do better. This monthly budget category breakdown, I think I may try to do this at the end of the month because I do still have my envelopes. I still do have I could track my spending because I only have that one account, and I could actually track my expenses. Where did I put the expense sheet? Did I put it over here? Yeah, I could do that. I probably need both. Probably need both of them. Much as I've been just bogusly spending. So I'll probably work on that towards the end of the month, probably the 3rd. Now this debt payment plan page, I can't figure it out because I'm using the debt snowball and there are instructions in the front of the binder, but it just doesn't fit what I want to do. So yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with another way to work that system in, because I'm doing good with paying my one credit card. See, I'm deluding myself again. I'm saying I'm doing good, but I guess relatively good since I'm actually paying them, or at least even thinking about the fact. There was times I would have cared less. I wouldn't have felt guilty about not paying that, or felt not guilty, but some type of anything. I would have just been like, dang, I messed up. You know, I would just been more sad that I didn't have any credit available than I was with not paying them. So that's embarrassing. Time to grow up. And this cash envelope, this is the same sheet that I had before. All right, I did grab some supplies to kind of help me when I'm doing cash stuffing and when I'm doing cash stuffing and when I'm do my budget. I bought some hold on just a second. Let me get this together. I'm gonna put this here and this here. Okay. So this is what I'm going to 3-hole punch and put in here. But what I did do, this is my start, guys. And I'm thinking within the next couple of months, I'll have a lot of other things to add. But I'm just taking it slow. This stuff is harder than it looks. Harder than it looks. I did buy myself a calculator. Bought myself a calculator because, listen, that helps me because I'll forget whether or not I clicked it. And I'll start adding the numbers up. But this helps me to remember. I do have ADHD. I do have issues with executive functioning. I have memory problems too sometimes because I get so distracted. But this allows me to recall that I actually pushed the buttons, and that the tactability, the fact that I can touch it and move it around helps me to. It gives me pleasure. Sensory pleasure, but it also helps me to remember that I actually punched it. Because if I go 2, 3, 1, I'll remember click, click, click in my mind, and I'll realize that I did it. There. I did buy one of these. It was actually supposed to be a makeup tray, but I think I've tried it with a few bills, and I think this will work fine too. I have a binder left over from when I was teaching. I have some other binders that I could use, like this one I could use, But I'm not trying to use any crappy used stuff. This is an important part of my journey, and I was saying I was gonna recycle things, but if I could buy a crab boil twice a week, I could buy some stuff that's gonna help me organize my finances. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna 3-hole punch this. Okay. Woo. I'm gonna put it in this folder. Yes, I am. I put it in this folder. Sooner or later. Oh my gosh. Where I go? Ooh. Do dog, man, do dog. Okay. There we go. Alright, and honestly, guys, I'm sitting on the floor because my dog misses me. You can see his hair on the carpet. I vacuum it 2 or 3 times a week, but he's a husky. And he, let's see, he's laying, I'm gonna show you guys. He's laying right there. Oh, let's see if I can get him. Hey, Blue Blue. Hey. Yeah, that's my guy. That's my baby. All right, so I got it in there. I think I'll do it this way because I'm not gonna be messing with this for, I think not until maybe Tuesday. Then I can start planning my next week's budget. And that's it. Dear Future, I'm ready. This is my monthly budget for the month of January. Planner. Here's my budget tracker for the first paycheck. I'm gonna probably get my expenses in this weekend if I'm gonna actually sit down somewhere and do it. Expense tracker for single funds I'll put in there. And Blue, don't lick my face. Stop it. Ah. And then at the end of the month, I'll see the breakdown. All right, guys, I'm gonna post this. I don't know. I'm not gonna do much editing because this is just as raw as I can get right now. And I know if I try to play around with it, I won't post it. I'm just gonna keep trying. It's just gonna keep getting better. I don't know how much better this is from the beginning, but I'm getting more honest. I can't play with that now. Wait. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. I will be back. Oh, jeez. Now he's gonna play with his squeaky toy. I will be back this week, and I'm gonna go over my budget for the second paycheck of January, and let's see how much better I can do. All right. I could really use some tips, and some hints, and some woo-woos, and some woo-sides. Somebody help me. And help me understand, and just some information to let me know that I'm not alone in this, and that I'm not, that I don't have to get it right the first time. I don't have to ever get it right. I just have to keep trying. All right. Okay, guys, I will see you later on, a couple of days, and we will be doing our budget. So I'm gonna use my clicky calculator. Then we're gonna do a cash stuffing after that when I do get paid. And then we will, at the end of the month, check in with ourselves and see where I am with my progress. Alrighty? Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you in a couple of days.